Hello and welcome back to your 18 WJTS In.form. I'm Kaitlyn Neukam, and we are once again joined in our studio here with the Huntingburg Senior Center, more specifically Miss Rita Reller, the leader and rallier and all, the planner and all of the things over at the Senior Center. So welcome back, and we heard you had some great success over your PR campaign last time you were here, so very glad to hear that people who need to hear this information are getting the word out and hopefully coming to call or visit you at the Senior Center.
I hope so.
Very good. So, you know, you are in the thick of it. You've got plenty of trips planned coming up. You have your weekly and monthly events, and you are always on the move at the Huntingburg Senior Citizen Center. More specifically, we're looking kind of into the middle to late September, and you have a very formal event coming up that you kind of want to shed light on that you guys are hosting at the Senior Center.
Okay, Monday, September 30th, we're having a carry-in meal. I'll furnish the entree, and it'll probably be hamburgers, but I'll furnish hamburgers anyway. Everybody brings a dish to share. And I'd like for the women to wear hats, the men to wear ties and hats if they have them. It could be a fedora, a Stetson, a golf hat, no baseball caps though. And we're going to do some reminiscing back to the 40s and 50s. I remember my grandmother always wore a hat when she went out. In fact, I have one of her hats and my kids don't like it. So, but it's going to be a day of reminiscing, fun, games, prizes. And
will there be music per se?
No music.
That's all right. Reminisce in different ways.
That's right. We'll probably have a joke teller there. I mean, anytime he shows up, it's jokes.
So what time frame are we looking at on September 30th?
They can come any time after 9, but the meal we'll eat at 12, and then we'll do our games and judging or whatever I decide to do that day. It's just going to be a fun afternoon.
You're very adamant on, you know, come and get dressed up and come prepared to really just to have a fun time. I think is main concern. And again, how often do people get to dress up anymore? Especially, you know, if you're not working every single day or if you're just going to run errands, you know, treat yourself a little bit, get a little spruced up, maybe even put on some makeup. I don't know, do your hair.
Well, I'm not asking them to wear heels and dress up, but put a hat on at least. Bring back the memories of how things used to be.
Hat and tie, I love it. It sounds like a perfect day of like a perfect social. I almost expect like hot tea drinking and stuff, like fancy formal.
You never know what we're going to do.
That's right. That is a very true statement. So that's September 30th at the Senior Center, and that is on 4th Street. A reminder to our viewers, right?
Right. We're at 511 East 4th Street in Huntingburg. It's across from the Huntingburg City office. We're in the Bankers Life building, in the basement. Come down the alley and around back. We've got a rear entrance.
Right. So VIP backdoor basement entrance. That's pretty exclusive. So, you know, you've got these events and whatnot. Really big thing you're really pushing for is your upcoming Branson trip. That's in November of this year, so not too far away. And you're taking a big you know, two buses going to like a big parade per se. Can you tell us a little more in detail what this Branson trip is, what people can expect, and all of the things? And you guys do have payments due for that relatively soon, right?
Well, the payments are already in. If you want to go now, you have to make a payment in full.
Right.
And it's $949 if there's 2 to a room or more. If you're going in want a room to yourself, it's $1,178. So find somebody to go with you, and we'll be seeing 8 shows, including Dixie Stampede, which is a dinner show. We'll have a dinner on the Branson Bell and cruise, plus about 6 other shows. And so your hotel's included, your bus is included, most of your meals are included.
And for us, geologically or geography, I can't even say it, geologically challenged, this is Branson,
Missouri.
So go a little south and get a little twang flair, etc. Especially in the it's getting cooler months. So this is like a nice little parade around Branson, and if all accommodations are taken care of, that's even more of a plus. That's kind of one of the main highlights. And last time you were here, you really highlighted the idea that you will help no matter who may have mobility challenges. You will help them travel. You will get to and from, and it's a big group experience, right?
Right. It doesn't matter if you need a wheelchair, a walker, a rollator, cane. We can accommodate all people. We got room on the bus that we can take wheelchairs. We'll help you on and off. Most of the places are handicap accessible, and if they aren't, they should be. And
that's true.
The Christmas shows will be starting at that time, so it's going to be pretty decorative and festive in that area.
Right. And one thing I wanted to make sure everyone knows as well is although these trips are designed for senior citizens in the southern Indiana region and a little beyond, you cater to a lot of different folks, which is exciting to hear. But at the same time, it does not necessarily mean you have to be of a certain age to participate in these trips, so long as you're able to pay for your fare and you're able to participate is a really big thing. So will you tell us a little bit about maybe some different age groups that you've seen on trips before, just so that people know that there's options for those who might be a little scared because they don't have their comfort person coming along with them?
Well, the youngest person we've had on any of the trips has been an older teenager. I'm not sure exactly what her age was, but she went with her mother and grandmother. But most young people, I don't think they want to be around us old folks. You know, that we wear them down too much. So.
But at the same time, for those who might be very scared to travel by themselves and maybe they don't have friends that live nearby, that they would say, hey, we're both at home and bored, let's go on this trip. If you have a maybe middle-aged child that kind of contradicts itself, but one of your children or whatnot that would be able to, as long as they are of age adult, you know, and they're able to pay for it, it would be a great opportunity for someone to experience a larger group of free-spirited, experienced folks, per se, and just experience these trips. I know a lot of people, they work, and they don't get to go on any vacations because they don't plan for it. So this would be something that may help some of those people who have been working a long time and they just want to experience some time with a family member or maybe mom and dad. And there's just a lot of opportunities, and I want to make sure we touched on that. But again, the registration and all of the dues and whatnot for the Branson trip, which is November 11th through 15th, when do we need to make sure we're on the paperwork and we're paid in full by?
White Star, the company I use to make these plans, has extended the registration until the end of September now.
All right.
So they still have 2 or 3 weeks to get their money in for the Branson trip. It needs to be paid in full, though, $949 per person. I need name, address, and phone number for that. One of our first Branson trips, this is about our third, I think. One of our first Branson trips, we had a father and son. The father had mobility issues, so his son came with him. Now, when we went to Washington, D.C., we had a grandfather and grandson that went. So it doesn't matter, a relative, a friend. If you don't have anyone to go with you, sometimes I get a single person that says, if you have another single going, I'll room with them. If you're not particular, if you want to make new friends, you can do that, and I'll match you up so you save a couple $100 by having a double instead of a single.
That is perfect. I love the convenience, but also helping your travelers out, Miss Rita. Remind us, if anyone has questions, how can they get a hold of you, especially for this upcoming trip that's kind of cutting it close here?
My phone number is 812-630-1361. And again, I'm at 511 East 4th Street in Huntingburg. down the alley and around the back.
Yes. So, Branson, big trip coming up this, it's a few months away now. What other trips have you been planning for? Because you've got a big lineup after Branson, right?
I've got 5 trips next year, but I'm taking from November to May off so I can recuperate.
Whew, yes.
And get ready for the next 5 because they're going to be coming just a few weeks apart.
Right.
So our first one will be the Holland Tulip Festival. Then we're going to the Grand Canyon of Pennsylvania, which is much closer than the other Grand Canyon. We're going to New Orleans, the Smoky Mountains. And next year for Christmas, we're going to the Lancaster Amish Lands for the holidays. And we're going to see Noah at the Sight and Sound Theater.
Okay.
I've never been to the Sight and Sound Theater, but I hear it's spectacular, so I'm looking forward to that one.
Right, and same goes for these trips. We'll definitely dive into them a bit more as we get a little closer to each one, but same thing goes. You can always call Rita and just inquire about it, or if you find yourself in Huntingburg or at the Senior Center, you always are there policing around, making sure everybody's playing games and having fun. So, just a simple question definitely does not hurt ever. So, trips, all this stuff that you have detailed and oriented and whatnot. What do we have going on at the Senior Center on weekly basis? We've still got games going on and outings and inside activities and whatnot, right?
Every Monday we have card tourneys. The first and third Mondays are cinch tourneys, and the second and fourth Mondays are euchre tourneys at 12:30. Please, you need reservations for that. Call in by 11 so I can make sure I've got full tables. There is a $1 charge per person on that, but that goes out as payments for the first, second, and third place winners usually. Wednesdays we have bingos at 1 o'clock. That's no charge. You get to play 2 cards. If you bingo, you get to pick out a prize from our prize table that one of our sponsors has donated. On Thursdays, I don't get people to come on Thursdays for some reason.
The pre-weekend, you're not partying there?
There are too many nursing homes, I think, that have meals and different things for them, and they already have their Thursday planned. But I'm there. If anybody wants to come in on Thursday, that's fine.
What hours are your typical weekdays?
I'm 9 to 5. I have open. Usually I'm there by 7:30, but I put 9 to 5 just to make sure I get my things in order and ready for them. I've got a puzzle that's set up. You can come in and just sit down and work a puzzle if you want to. You don't have to participate in card games, but you can come and watch. And if you like to read, I've got a lot of books up there. And you can come in and get some books, take them home, read them, bring them back, or keep them if you want to, because I've got so many.
Right, and again, now we need to start a petition of someone needs to come up with what to do on Thursdays to get everybody over there. Like almost,
I've tried different things.
I would love like a disco day or something. That's just off the top. I do not recommend. But no, again, you offer such a diverse set of things to do, just so people can communicate and socialize during the week. And even if they don't show up one day, you're still there, hard at work, watching, supervising, and you have the center open so that people will hopefully feel welcome and they can come in and stop by.
Right, they can come in anytime that I'm there, and if there's some other time they want to come in, they can call me, and if I'm home, I'll come in and open the center. I've done that before. When our Diners Club goes out, after we go out to eat, we might come back up there and have the center open in the afternoon and play cards or just sit and talk and socialize. Sometimes I'm open on Sunday afternoon. If they want something to do, just let me know, and usually I'm flexible. I'll come in and open.
And same thing goes. It is the Huntingburg Senior Citizen Center, but that does not mean you have to be from Huntingburg to use the facility to engage in these activities and whatnot. You really do span southern Indiana and even out of state, as you've kind of mentioned before, right?
Right. Any senior or disabled person that wants to come out and be around other people, socialize, learn something new, participate, just watch. I don't care. You're welcome.
Very good. All welcome at the Huntingburg Senior Citizen Center. Rita, thank you so much for coming and stopping in. We hope this Branson trip fills up for you, and maybe you're getting some people to sign up for these 2025 trips. You've got quite a exciting trip schedule planned, and then you have so much you're doing at the Senior Center almost every week during the week. So we thank you for your time and spreading the word, and best of luck with all these upcoming events. It's a lot, but you're just steamrolling through it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much at home for watching. This has been your 18 WJTS In.form with the Huntingburg Senior Citizen Center. We are local people watching local people.